Good morning, everybody. Thought we'd have a tad of a little lie in this morning, and yeah, here we are again. Number 23. They're going so quick, aren't they? Seems 2 minutes since I last did them. So here we go. 23 right on the end here. That's going to sort of not quite complete this row, but for sure it's going to complete this one. And yeah, we're getting there, aren't we? So what we're doing today, okay, got a corner now. Pen, pencil, torch on, just as always. Oh, just noticed one of my tiles has come loose there. That's okay. And a little bit of focus today because there's quite a bit on this one. So I might as well take a deep breath because we've got this and we take it a little step at a time. And first things first, you see here we've got a bit of a border. So I'm going to have to get myself a ruler. I've got a few of them. I've got my crafty planner ruler and my wooden ruler, but what am I doing? Where are they? They're in my folders, my planners. So I need another. There we go. Doesn't matter though. I can use a tile. It's fine. Okay, so that's that first bit done and sorted. I'm going to stick with pencils, as I say. There's a little bit to sort of be following here. So first things first, let's have a look at this. So I'm going to join this to this. Okay, and that's before I even put my middle bit in. Let's put that line in. That always helps. Let's put that cross in. That always helps. It's a bit further over there, I think. That's better. Let's remove that. That's better. Okay, oh, good morning, Mum. All right. So, okay. Then, of course, this one joins there. So we've got that going in. So that was pretty straightforward in a sense, wasn't it? So what's next? We've got a couple of little lines to do. So you see here, this has got a bit of space. Now this one's going there and there, and this one's going there. So it's also got to come here as well, and it comes over this bit. So it starts there and goes over. So it's not really all in the tile, but it's something we can add in now, so it gives us that shape. You see how it follows on from what we're doing there as well? Okay, that's that bit done then. So what else? We've got, again here, part of a section. We've got these little bubble shapes. So I'm going to bring those in as well. Let's have a look at this. And again, we've got to form part of a shape. So let's put that bit in there. And then this bit here, does it go to nothing? It goes to practically nothing. There. Okay, you see that look follows that there. Although that's a file for another day. But you're getting the idea of it now. Oh, good morning, Sue and Ree and Rose. Okay, there's that bit then. So this bit, I know that that's going to happen there. Don't really have to put them in pencil. We could just do that straight in pen, but it gives us familiarity, doesn't it? Okay. So let's have a look at this bit here, because this definitely comes in to this bit here, doesn't it? And so I'm going to do, as it needs to sort of come in, sort of comes and goes, really. Comes and goes around there. I'm just going to go a bit wider. Like so. Okay. And it's got a little V in there. You can see where that is now. See, that's one of those little bubble bits, I think. Yes, but I don't want it there, see, because it's a little bit further out. Or I can make that a bit wider. And they would sit on there. Like so, join it with that one. So far, so good then. That's not been so bad. All right, next little bit then. Let's have a look at this. I need another bubble, and it's coming out of the top of this bit here. Let's have a look. We've got this bit coming. It's sort of coming out from this top edge here. It's coming around, sort of touching into the border there. And there you go. So it's doing that kind of thing. That's there's my bubble. And there we go, see? Looks a bit sort of on its own now, doesn't it, without all these extra bits, but I'll come and do those in a minute. Actually, no, they can't. I'm happy with all those bits, so let's put that in with pen. So we've got it up. So, yeah, well, yeah, they're kind of nice, aren't they? I mean, you've just seen me use them, and it's been in this pack with me, so they do pretty well. And the fact that you can sharpen them really actually makes it worthwhile, doesn't it? Yeah. Oh, Mum, I'll have to tell you about, yeah, we've had a good holiday. We've had a break. Yeah. You know, holidays and me, you know, I like to be productive. I don't like to just sit around. So we've got a few bits and pieces done. I was going to do, you know, my Sanntangle quilt with the hearts. I've got that part done, but I had a little bit of break from it, and I've done a K facet quilt. I actually finished it last night, and woke up this morning, and my lovely little boy Benji was not at the side of the bed as he normally is. I was like, oh, where's Benji? So where do you think he is? Lying on my new quilt. Looking a bit sheepish. I was like, no, Mum, I was just testing it for you. So I have actually, there are some, I want to say scraps, there are some pieces of the kit left. So I've actually made him one. I've just got to do the binding. But I've made him his own little quilt. Of course, I've done a little one for Seth as well. Oh, see this here, look, that's going to come over there as well, isn't it? Look. There you go. And that one there. And let's put this line in. See, this is quite a nice idea, isn't it? When you're comfortable with all the bits and pieces, even if you've not finished yet, fill it in with pen, and that shows that air of confidence that these are right, and then whatever else is around it, you can work out in a short while. So you don't have to do every single little thing first. You can mix and match the order up. And you could even shade as you go in if you want to. We have been doing per tile. If you did this and I thought, well, I want to shade that now and see how it looks, that's fine, you can do that. There's no set order. Of course, don't think that yours has got to be exactly the same as mine. Mine isn't the same as mine, so let's not worry about that little issue. So let's put those little lines in there. Oh, that's a bit of a thin one, look. That's okay. All right, all the way around. I'm hoping we're a bit of an expert with bubbles now. Okay, so that's that bit done. Oh, what did I do in there? I think I did. That needs to it's always a bit thicker anyway, isn't it? Okay, so that's sorted that section out. Happy with that. I can come in and fill those bits in. That's going to change it up, isn't it, when you start adding extra bits of ink and things. And of course, it allows you to neaten up that shape if you want to. I'm going to go across the rest of that tiles to give it that consistency that we were waiting for. There you are, see? Filling in as we go. There we go. Okay, let's look at the next bit then. So we've got this going on, we've got this bit going on. We've got that sorted. Here we've got something happening here now. So I'm going to turn it that way. I think that's going to make life a bit easier because it starts life. And again, if you want to use pencil, you see where I've got this middle point here? It doesn't start there. Or actually, maybe it does a little bit. It's sort of, yeah, just slightly off. Slightly off. But again, don't worry about it. And I'm heading for this corner here. So what I want to do is put a loop in from here to here. Okay. and then one on this side. Then it's coming back to the point. And a squished one here, look. And then I've got another one here, like that. So 4 in all. Have a look at that. Okay. And one more thing then. Now I haven't got much space here, so it's only going to be a little one. I want a little bubble. It's a little. They're not as small as these, but it's a bubble nonetheless. Okay, and that's going to come around the joint of that. Okay, just going to rub that bit out now. I think I can shape that a little bit better doing it that way. Okay, so yeah, I'm happy with that. Let's put these in with pen. So now they're in, it doesn't matter which one you do first. Just because I put that middle one in doesn't mean it has to go in pen first. That way and that way. See, that wasn't so bad, was it? You know, you sort of think there's quite a lot going on in here, but that wasn't so bad at all. It's just a case of working out which way around it's going to go. And how you're going to put it all in. Okay, a couple there. So that kind of fits that one around there. Okay. No, really nowhere near as bad as the middle. I mean, look, it's very similar to what we've got there, isn't it? So let's bring in those loops. I'm going to do those straight away in pen. And it's got the dots on the top there. And of course, because this is quite a large space, I'm going to add some bubbles in. But of course, if you want to fill that in with ink, you can do. Add a few little bubbles. And then it comes to our little border. So whatever you can see left, let's do this one. Let's go in with that bit. These little bits here. See, I'm not going to see much there, am I? Bit there. And see that little bit there? You could actually just freehand this in. Okay. And just as before, let's continue with that border. I do think if I was doing this border all in one go, I'd slightly lose the will to live. So I love my bubbles, but it's quite a way around, isn't it? All in bubbles. So doing it in this sections like this. I suppose that's quite a thing. If you're going to do a border like this, then split it off and do parts, and then you can leave it. Don't think you've got to do the whole thing in one sort of session. It's quite a lot to do, isn't it? Okay. Oh, right, is it? Not many to go when this is your favourite one. I don't know. It's quite nice to have a little bit of something in there, isn't it? So I've got quite a big space now, so the little pencil rubber's great at this, sort of gets rid of a lot a bit quicker in a sense. Okay, just making sure I've got everything in pen that I need to have. There you go. And okay, let's come in with inking as well, still around those edges. And sort of finish it off. It really brings it out. I don't know if you're wanting to actually put black into those little things as well, little half circles. Depends how much sort of black you want on it. You want a bit more drama and you want something to stand out a bit more. But you can make that decision, I suppose, when you've drawn it all, you've got it all in front of you. And then decide what you're going to do. Or if you're doing two, you could do one that is filled, these are filled, and one that isn't. See what you think. You know, always fill them with pencil first and see. There it is. So, okay. Oh, so I think so. Yeah, I think we are. It's quite bubble full, isn't it? But you know what? It's a really nice thing to do, isn't it? Bubbles are nice. Round, open, and smiley. I knew I'd missed a bit. So that's coming down. I just want to fill that bit. I know it's a tiny little bit, but I knew. And you're not going to see much more there. Let's add a little bit of a kit onto those. And top and bottom with these. I'll need to fill those in, don't I, as well. I'll come back and do that before I blend everything. Right. And then now this bit here, we've got to do this as well, because remember we left it back up on that tile, which was number 11, because we weren't sure where it was going. Now we are. We'll add a little bit there too. That's got our pencil in. Okay. So if I just come back in and I want to fill in these gaps around these little loops. Okay. Again, you can fill this completely in with ink if you want. It's your decision. You don't have to follow me exactly. You can mix and match. Do what works for you. All right. Okay, tortillon. Oh, I'll tell you what, I've not on origin. No, it's going to be one of those days, isn't it? Look at what I've not done. Let's have a few little hints on some of those. And then tortillon. Let's do those first. Nice and easy. Curve them off. Doesn't take much. See? I don't want to completely fill every single bubble. And around we go to that one. Just soften it round. Just want to work with the little bits. And it's here. I might come back and put a bit of pencil in there in a minute. You know, you can add to it. You can keep going, change things up. And work your way around. There you go. Again, keeping that highlight sort of in the centre there rather than the edge. So I'm working from both sides in. Again, little highlights, curve these around. Okay. And actually, we're going to do that one as well because we know what we're doing with that top and bottom. A little bit trickier in a sense because we're going over the little seam there. And this one. And this one. So I'm just going to put a bit more pencil around there. See, just sort of breaking that up. Let's do that bit. That bit. And that's along there. Okay, it's got a little bit. And there we go. So shall we have a look? Oh, Rose, yeah, it was Seth's gone to sit outside and Benji's pondering around next to me. There we go. So let's have a look. Goodness me, look at where we're at. That is flat because I've just bent it. Okay. So here we are, we've got all this done except number 29 here. We've got one here that we've part done this morning. Top, so not many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7 more to do after this. So we're well on the way now, absolutely. So, okay, number 23 is done. ticked off. Tomorrow, 24. 24 is this one here. So it's another one of those. We've got 4 areas that we've got to fit together using this tile. So it's going to be great. No, Chris, it's definitely not John and these little feet. Seth's outside now. He sits outside the door, just looks out. Don't think he can see anything really, but he likes to bark anyway. And Benji's now sat next to me. So have a lovely day, everybody. I'm off to, I think I have a little bit of breakfast, a cup of tea, and yeah, we are going into the office today. We've got a little bit of something to play around with, but yeah, we're going to be around and about. So have a good one, everybody, and enjoy it. And Cotswold Wildlife Park. Right, have a lovely day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Bye.